guys, welcome back. Today we're looking at the Athearn SD70ACe, the most recent release, which was just released this month in February. We've got the Union Pacific Katy Heritage Unit, Union Pacific Missouri Pacific Heritage Unit, and then the Yupi Western Pacific Heritage Unit. Now MSRP is $299.95. You can get your discounts out there. Probably range in the low to mid 200s. But we're going to take a look at these locomotives. The biggest difference from previous runs is swappable roofs, where you've got a satellite dome and you can swap that out with the new PTC antenna arrays. They're already painted and ready to go to match perfectly with the body, but we'll take a look at that in details. Let's get started on the review right now. So we're going to unbox the MOPAC Missouri Pacific unit, take it out of the cardboard, open it up, see what we get here. You got your warranty, limited warranty, Genesis Loco, 1 year. You've got the Athearn News Flyer. You have limited 1 year warranty details. First one was just a warranty card. You have the manual, which is gloss finish. Several pages, looks like 20 pages, 22 pages actually, covering CVs, exploded parts diagram if you need to order parts. Very similar to the last run. I don't see any changes there, but now we have the locomotive itself, which, first of all, before we get to the locomotive, you've got a little parts bag with the PTC antenna. As you can see, this is blue, which is color matched to the MOPAC. I already had played a little bit with the Western Pacific and it was out. Then you have the sanding lines that are separately applied details that you can add. That's it for little accessory parts. Then you've got the locomotive itself. Put the foam down here. So pull this out. Standard Athearn packaging with hard plastic, styrofoam top and bottom, and some soft plastic inside to protect the model from the hard plastic. They did change to a more condensed foam to help protect the handrails. I'm not sure if this was an effort to keep them more straight and refined, but that is one difference I noted on recent releases, that they changed the foam inserts for the handrails. There you got the model. So right here, I'm going to show you, because this is a pretty good angle, how to swap the roof and how easy it is. There's instructions inside, but if you're like typical red-blooded male Americans, we don't follow instructions very well. So you just want to get a little angle to lift this roof up and out. There is a lip where it fits in under the headlight, so you don't want to just put it on top because it will have a discernible gap, but you want to slide it out. So there goes the old roof, in goes the new roof. And I think I just did what I told everybody not to do. There we go. So there's no gap. Bam, you have the PTC antenna array. I know a lot of folks have been talking about how awesome they look and how flat they are. Realistic. There's a side view. Nice PTC antenna array. I love it. I think it's a great addition to the model, and I like how you can change eras just as simple as that. That was a very, very smart idea in my opinion. But let's go ahead and move on to some detail. Alright, you have the MOPAC unit here. Beautiful unit. And you just can see the nice paint job on it. But let's go ahead and get started on the details of this locomotive. Haven't reviewed an SD70ACe in a while, but nothing really has just changed in terms of detail. But we'll cover detail on the first one, and I'll just show you the paint schemes of the other two. You've got MU hoses, drop down McHenry plastic couplers. You still have plastic handrails, incandescent bulbs in both the ditch lights and the headlight. Anti-climber is painted white here. It's got a white sill going all the way around, just like the actual MOPAC unit did. Got sand filler hatches, separately applied grab irons, Missouri Pacific lines, nicely done on the front with a nice clear print. You've got warning labels, lift rings. You've got the cab air conditioner unit back here, but cab windows, which are nice and tinted, a little bit of a glaze. Those folks that really follow my reviews close know that the window tinting thing is something that I ask for and have begged manufacturers to just do. And Athearn was one of the first plastic manufacturers to do so. Obviously the cab roof with the PTC antenna array windshield wiper detail that's not thick or plastic. It's real nice and thin. Maybe plastic, but I think it's actually metal. You got the handrails. Got safety tread on the walkways. You've got the exhaust, which is a nice size. The body is a nice contour size. These are originally done with the correct sizes, so they're nice and correct in terms of the actual real thing. I think that they scaled the size down right. Beautiful paint job. I just can't get over the paint job. You got the stanchions. I always kind of check on Athearns to see if they pop out. They've done a better job of gluing the stanchions in. So that's nice. Truck detail is nice. You got the sanding lines I showed you can apply to the truck detail. Horn, obviously painted to the body, main body color. You got the radiator fan grills, flared radiator back here. Nice see-through detail. You can see the detail all the way through in the back of the locomotive. Separately applied grab irons on the back, more warning labels. You've got coupler cut levers. I mean, see-through fan detail on the top here. As you can see there, radiator fans, you can see through. It's not just a sticker. This one is actually a sticker, but these two are not. Brake wheel back here. Nice fuel tank detail. Emergency shutoff. Just really, really nicely done. Got the entry door here with the little separately applied handle. Compartments, nice compartment depth. Bell, mounted right here, jacking pads. I mean, these locomotives are really nice. Now, one thing I will talk about real quick. We already took off the roof. I showed you how simple it was to take off the roof, but with the PTC it's even easier because I grab a hold of one of those ice skate antennas. But you've got interior cab detail. If you want to change out the bulbs, it would be really easy for this. Super accessible, but you've got interior cab detail to put figures in. You can tint the windows further if you're a window tint nut like I am, or place something in there to darken them even further. You can put I heard if you put the cab figures in, that you have to cut off their legs or whatever, but that's kind of standard I've noticed on several models. These two metallic circle pieces here are actually the magnets that hold the roof on, so they will snap on like that. And this is a perfect example of if you don't seat the roof under that front piece, how you can have that gap. Because I noticed on a couple other runs people were saying, I've got this gap on my roof and it's horrible, and it was really something just as simple as seating it correctly. So there you have it. Those are the details. And I'm really impressed. Seems like an improved weight, but obviously the weight and all the specs will pop up in this video since I've improved my video process and kind of put those in as I talk. Here's the Western Pacific scheme. I want you to take a good look at how the PTC antenna looks on this one. If you look closely, you can see the safety tread even on the PTC antenna for folks that are getting up there and they don't want to fall pretty good distance onto the ground. The railroads have put PTC antenna tread up there. So I swapped out the roof for you so you can see that roof as we take a nice look at the paint scheme here. WP, if I had to say, would probably be my favorite Yupi Heritage unit, just in terms of appearance. I like how they've incorporated that Feather River route. So it's really nicely done. You've got a silver accented exhaust valve there, or I mean exhaust valve, but exhaust there. So it's really great paint scheme. Last but not least is Miss Katie, the UP Heritage unit, honoring the MKT lines. You've got the star on the front, just again real pretty. These are aesthetically pleasing locomotives. While we got this angle right here, I will do the antenna swap on here. Need to get it just right here to make it fit under. There we go. So anybody asks how to do an antenna swap when I did it 3 times in one video, I'm probably going to have the FBI look you up so I can come talk to you in person. Just kidding, you guys are welcome to any questions, but overall, there's the antenna on the UP Heritage Unit KD unit. So I'm starting to wonder if I should put some cheesy music as I rotate these locomotives, because it was an overwhelmingly high viewer request for a turntable of sorts, but my turntable's too slow, so I just bought this thing. It just seems like there should be elevator music or something to go to when we turn these puppies around. But I mean, detail by far, Athearn does it best with these SD70ACe's on the Heritage units especially. So great detail. It seems to me that the most popular unit was the Mopac unit, so I've chosen that to show you guys some of the functions of the SD70ACe. So I'm going to go and apply track power right now so you can hear the startup sequence. Pretty quick. Function, or address 3 is the actual address standard for any locomotive from the factory usually. F0 handles the headlight. F5 handles ditch lights. Send a bell and horn real quick. Bell is F1. Horn F2. Equipped with Soundtrax's Tsunami Sound, F3 is the short horn. You can kind of hear it idling right now. That's kind of the, if you've been near an SD70ACe, that is exactly how they sound idling. Alright, let's go to F4, which is dynamic brake. F5 I already mentioned were ditch lights. F6 is not used. F7 is the dimmer, dims the headlight. F8 mutes the locomotive. Hey, it's quiet. F9 is squeal release. F10 is the coupler. And F11 and 12 are for steam only, so those don't apply. Okay, let's move this at 1 speed step of 126. No sound, you can listen for motor noise. Pretty quiet. 2. 3. 4. And 5. Very little hesitation at low speed steps, but it's all smoothed out by about 3 to 5. Let's go reverse 1. 2. 3. 4. And 5. Kick the sound on so we can listen to some RPMs going on here. Super bad to do this, but I'll let you guys hear a little bit of a notch up there because I don't think there's manual notching on here. I'd have to do more research. So overall, smooth drive, nice detail. You saw the weight specs, pretty good. Pull test specs, pretty good. Let's wrap this up. Well, there's not much more to say about the Athearn SD70ACe's. They keep releasing and improving these models, and this one is improved. I like the weight, the pull test, the detail, but the thing that impresses me the most is the swappable roof, because now you can modernize your locomotive with the swap of a roof. And also you can detail the inside, put cab figures if you wish, darken the tint if you wish, drill holes and run LEDs. I noticed some people were doing like lit cab interiors and things like that in terms of the dash. So you can do all kinds of things with easy access, even changing out those two top bulbs if you needed to. So they still have incandescent bulbs. Speaking of bulbs, they still have plastic handrails. That is your decision to make, but to me it's not that big of a deal. Overall though, I'm going to leave you with a run-by, just one run-by of all three Heritage units, pulling a consist of an officer's car, an officer special, so you can see some passenger cars, because they do that a lot and they use them on freight in real life. So either way, it'll be a little nice run-by so you can see these puppies in action and listen to the sounds again. Overall, I hope to see the other three units. They have not been announced, but I believe it would make sense for Athearn to announce them at some point. So hopefully they will come out with the other three with PTC antenna arrays too. It would make perfect sense. So hopefully we'll see those around the bend at some point. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time right here on my channel. Take care.